Welcome to Bloomington Today. I'm Kaylin Cockerill. Thanks for joining us. During this time of the year, many homeowners make it their mission to light up their homes and fill their neighborhood with holiday cheer. And with new technologies emerging, there's a safer way to do just that. They come in all colors, shapes, and sizes. Holiday decorations and Christmas lights are emerging all over Bloomington as we approach the Christmas season. But as residents string their lights, Bloomington fire personnel want to offer a friendly reminder about holiday fire safety.
They had Christmas trees, they had lights, and in some cases candles. It's wintertime, so space heaters, fireplaces, just a number of things that are a fire safety concern for us.
Chief Seal says electrical fires are a common problem during the holidays, largely due to the overloading of outlets, but also Christmas lights. And like any light, they heat up when left on.
In time, that light bulb at different angles and different positions can generate enough heat to dry things like your Christmas tree out and raise the fire danger. Or if you get cloth like curtains around them very close together, you can actually generate enough heat there to start a fire in the curtains. LED lights, because they draw so much less power and generate almost no heat, they're a much better choice to make.
The price of LED Christmas lights is now comparable to other light bulbs. It's no longer considered premium lighting. Also, LED lights can be very bright, requiring fewer bulbs to achieve the desired effect on your tree or home. Lights and decorations aren't the only potential danger Chief Seal addresses. Seal says Christmas trees must be cared for properly in order to keep homes as safe as possible.
Dry pine creates a lot of heat when it catches fire, so that will allow or have the fire propagate or spread much faster. So if you do have or choose to have a live tree, keep it watered, keep it moist, keep it for the period of the time that your holidays are, and then take it down afterwards.
Chief Seal would like residents to know that on behalf of the Bloomington Fire Team, he wishes residents a safe and happy holiday. Well, with the holidays right around the corner, many people are thinking of ways they can give back to their community. One Richfield resident has over a decade of charity work under his belt in Bloomington, and he doesn't plan on stopping anytime soon.
Everybody deserves a smile and a greeting.
Meet Jim Neufeld. He has stood outside the Cub Foods off of France Avenue in Bloomington, ringing his bell, collecting donations for the Salvation Army for more than a decade.
This is my 13th year, and it's a special place for me. A lot of wonderful people that I meet, and I just love giving time for the Salvation Army because it's a very good program.
Jim is ringing for 315 hours this holiday season. And no matter how cold it may be outside, Neufeld's bell never stops ringing, and his greetings and smiles to every customer are sure to warm hearts on the chilliest of days.
I would encourage as many as are physically able and who can withstand the weather, giving an hour, 2 hours, whatever, 1 day, 2 days, whatever. It's a pleasure to be able to offer time.
Salvation Army Captain Jeff Strickler says it's volunteers like Jim and other local businesses like Normandale Community College and Toro that contribute to this program immensely during the holidays.
Jim has been a wonderful volunteer for us, and we have many volunteers that ring countless hours virtually. We usually ask people if they can give us 2 hours, that's great. And so we're willing to take and work with whomever can volunteer and help us out.
Commander Strickler says while the Salvation Army gives year-round, they, like many other charitable organizations, really make a push to reach as many people as possible during the holiday season.
The bottom line is helping people, and that's what we're all about, and it's a wonderful contribution.
The city is also proud to be partners with Veep, Toys for Tots, and a program called Holiday Joy, which we'll bring you more details on an upcoming episode of Bloomington Today. While it may be cold, area lakes and ponds are not yet safe to venture out onto. Reports in the metro are already surfacing about people, particularly children, falling through the ice. And we wanted residents to brush up on some thin ice precautions everyone should be taking. The temperature may be low. You can see your breath outdoors, and there looks to be a clear sheet of ice over a pond or lake, but looks can be deceiving. According to the Minnesota DNR, there's no sure way to ever guarantee the ice is safe. Ice strength is determined by the depth of the water, size of the water body, local climate, and a number of other things. Residents are encouraged to check the ice's thickness before heading out. If the ice is less than 2 inches thick, stay off. 4 inches can be safe to ice fish or walk on, 5 inches to snowmobile or ATV on, 8 to 12 inches are required for someone to drive a small truck or car onto the ice, and the ice must be 12 to 15 inches thick for a medium truck. The Minnesota DNR's website has plenty of other information available, including tips about traveling on the ice, making a survival plan, and escaping your vehicle if it should ever fall through the ice. If traveling for outdoor ice recreation, the DNR recommends contacting a local bait shop or resort near your destination to find out if ice is safe for planned activities. Last winter, 4 adults died in Minnesota after falling through the ice, and the DNR hopes that early education will keep that from repeating itself. While being aware of ice conditions shouldn't be residents' only concern when it comes to winter safety. Being prepared in your car while traveling to and from wintertime destinations is also a must in Minnesota. According to the Minnesota Safety Council, each year, hundreds of Minnesotans find themselves stranded on the roadside. Unprepared motorists can be seriously injured or killed within minutes when exposed to extreme weather conditions like we have here in Minnesota. That's why officials say every vehicle on the road should have their own winter survival kit in the trunk of their vehicle. Some key things to keep inside your winter weather survival kit is a blanket, some extra gloves, and a pair of boots. A first aid kit, something sweet to snack on in case you're stranded for an extended period of time, as well as a candle, some matches, and a working flashlight. These things will help get someone through until help arrives. The Minnesota Safety Council also notes that calling ahead to your destination before venturing out into bad weather is a good idea. And also, never leave your vehicle if stranded. Your chances of survival are much greater if you stay put. It's now time for a short break. When we come back, we'll be joined by Mayor Gene Winstead to discuss the city's Do Town initiative. Stay right here.
If you're looking for a new pet that you can cherish every day, consider adopting from a shelter. Shelters are full of healthy, loyal, fun, loving pets, eager to become a part of your family. A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet, so bring home your new buddy today. To find out more, you can visit theshelterpetproject.org.
Welcome back to Bloomington Today. We are now pleased to have Mayor Gene Winstead in studio with us today. Welcome, Mayor Winstead.
Well, hello. Happy to be here.
Thank you. Well, first off, I'd like to congratulate you on the November election. Tell us, how long have you been serving the city of Bloomington?
Well, thank you. The election went well, and happy to be reelected as mayor. How long? Well, how far back do you want to go? Boy, it's been more than 25 years.
Wow.
Back in the 80s, I was first appointed to the Planning Commission and served on the Planning Commission for 6 years. Then I served as an HRA commissioner. Then back in 95, I became a city council member and then was first elected mayor in 1999 and then reelected now for the 4th time. So it's been 3 decades worth of involvement with the city. It's been great.
Absolutely. Well, switching gears a bit, the city of Bloomington has recently embarked on a new healthy initiative with the cities of Richfield, Edina, and partnering with Blue Cross Blue Shield of Minnesota. Why don't you tell us a bit about the Do Town campaign?
The Do Town campaign, well, it really goes back quite a ways. It goes back to, there's been a lot of research done about healthy living and living longer. And they come up with some factors and lifestyle traits that can really extend your life and give you a better quality of life health-wise. And so we took a look at that and we started to, with the mayors of Richfield and Edina, we came together and said that these are some of the things we can probably work with and really help the health of our residents for better quality of life, but then too, even a longer life. So we've come together and we're going to be starting to implement some of these different actions and programs going forward, just really for the betterment of the communities.
Well, yeah. We'll talk specifically about some of the events, but although when the event kicked off in September, it wasn't the most perfect day. There were some raindrops coming down, but there was a fun kickoff walk around Normandale Lake. Tell us a bit about that.
Well, it's this program is being put together in conjunction with Blue Cross Blue Shield. They've come to and they're helping us really kick it off. So it's a partnership between our cities and Blue Cross Blue Shield. And one of the people who was at the kickoff for it was the Do Groove guy. His real name is Dexter. Most people don't know that, but it's very fitting. And he's the one who does those commercials that have really caught people's attention, and he's just a lot of fun. And he's a real character in his own right, and he really does motivate you and get you out moving. So the Do Groove guy can make it happen. He gets you going.
He does, and makes you laugh every time you see those commercials. Well, there have been several events since September's kickoff. Why don't you tell us a few of the highlights of those events that we've seen over the past couple of months?
The elements of the whole Do Town campaign are really pretty basic. It's healthy eating. It's good foods. It's also stay active. An active lifestyle will just help your health. And so some of the things that have been going on is, of course, our ongoing farmers market. Good foods coming to locally grown foods coming to the community, and people are turning out in droves at our farmers market. It's really been a great event, but it's right in line with this. In conjunction with the schools, we promoted a bike and walk to school day for the kids to be active. You know, maybe you can not take the bus this day. Maybe you don't need a ride from mom or dad to school. And so a lot of them were walking and biking, getting some exercise, a little more active living worked into your day. As well as we've done some things with our minority populations in the community, the Somali group and the Latino fair that took place here over the last month, just to really integrate those minority populations and really kind of sell them on the message and all that can be done. So there's things going on. There'll be a lot more coming down, and because we're just really getting rolling now. So.
Absolutely. And two of the things that you mentioned, the farmers market, obviously huge turnouts always, but the bike walk to school day and the Somali Latino fair had great turnouts this year.
Great turnouts. We were really surprised at the amount of people who were attending or participating in both of those events. So it was great to see.
Absolutely. Well, there's also an employer initiative that is part of Do Town that's kind of in the works right now. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, it's so important to engage the community completely, our citizens and residents, our schools, in these activities. But the employers in our community too play a major role. And many of them have initiatives of their own going on, and we'd like to learn about them. You know, they're putting in healthy cafeterias, they're putting in exercise clubs, they're putting in bike to work type programs. Well, if we can help coordinate all these things, we can really spread that and take it out there. So a lot of our employers are already involved, but they're just we're not unified. So we're going to be bringing it together between our three communities.
Wonderful. Well, as you mentioned, the popular Do Groove guy was on hand to get residents to move their body at the kickoff, and you actually did that yourself in a public service announcement that we're going to take a look at right now.
Okay. I'm Gene Winstead, Mayor of the City of Bloomington. I'm really excited about a collaborative between the cities of Bloomington, Richfield, and Edina, in partnership with Blue Cross Blue Shield. Everything we do in the planning and development of our city, we can keep in mind different ways to allow people to live healthier lives. The initiative is Do Town, and we're looking for the help of all of you.
Let me see you shake that body. Come on and rock that body. Let me see you get down. Everybody move your body. Let me see you shake your body. Come on and rock that body. Let me see you move something.
That was a great public service announcement, and
you know, like that, did you?
I
Okay,
did.
okay.
It made me laugh. Now, when you're not grooving your body, how do you stay fit, Mayor Winstead?
Well, a couple of different ways. One thing, been trying to eat healthy. That really does help. That's a big part of it. But I have been riding my bike. I got a bike a few years ago and trying to ride for recreation and exercise both. But now I'm just kind of using it, and I'll run a few errands on my bike. I'll head out around town, maybe head to the store, pick up something that's needed, as opposed to driving. So just trying to work things into my everyday routine. But probably, I've been playing a lot of golf over the summer, so that's a lot of fun too.
There
So
you go.
I've been using that as an excuse to stay healthy.
It's good exercise
It's
if you
great
don't have the cart.
exercise. Yeah. So, you know, those are the things that I do. Yes.
Wonderful. Well, tell us a bit about why it's important for a city to do whatever they can to promote healthy initiatives within the city. I mean, there are benefits that are far beyond just, you know, activities and such.
It's just really to promote, get the word out, be there, try and organize. As mentioned earlier, if we can get the businesses in our community, which is many, many people who work in our city, to just help promote these things, learn from them, we can teach them maybe a few things, and everybody get together and thinking in one direction will really make it happen. And we as the cities can really be the center of that and the catalyst of that, and so that's the way we're working it. The decisions we make as a city, we want to try and just make it easier for people to live more active and healthy lives.
Wonderful. Well, we'd like to thank Mayor Winstead for being with us today. And if you'd like any information or would like to get involved with Do Town or receive updates on upcoming events, sign up at dotown.org. It's now time for a short break. We'll be right back.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
The 9/11 Memorial will honor my partner and the officers who responded that morning.
It's for my brother.
And my 343 brothers who didn't make it.
It's about hope for the future.
So we always remember September 11th.
For my husband who never came home.
And the first responders who saved my life.
This shows the world that we can rebuild.
That we are united.
And that we are strong.
because the best of humanity can overcome the worst hate.
It's for all the heroes like my dad.
This year, the National September 11th Memorial opens in New York City. Join us to honor, remember, and reunite. You can help right now by texting the word HOPE to 80088 to give $10.
Welcome back to Bloomington Today. Well, on Thanksgiving morning, thousands gathered at the Mall of America to do their part in ending one worldwide epidemic. Thousands of people put on their sneakers and walked off their Thanksgiving calories for a cause. November 24th marked the 4th annual Walk to End Hunger. More than 2,000 registered walkers enjoyed a self-paced 5K walk around the first floor of the mall. Families enjoyed music, activities, and games, all while raising money for local hunger relief agencies. This year was the best turnout for the Walk to End Hunger to date. While 2,000 walkers registered, a mall representative tells us that there could be as many as 1,000 more people between unregistered walkers and volunteers. $275,000 was raised for 13 hunger relief agencies that are a part of the United Way's Hunger Initiative. And a quick reminder, the last indoor farmers market of the year is coming up. Stop by Civic Plaza on Saturday, December 10th from 9 a.m. to noon. There you'll find fall produce like potatoes, onions, and squash, and a variety of baked goods, crafts, and more. Well, that's all the time we have for today. To get more information on city projects, parks, road construction, and events, visit the city's website. To check out past Bloomington Today shows or other city productions, visit Bloomington's YouTube channel, accessible right from the city's homepage. That and so much more is online right now at www.ci.bloomington.mn.us. If Facebook or Twitter isn't your thing, sign up for eSubscribe to have updates sent right to your email or cell phone. This is Bloomington Today, a presentation of the City of Bloomington's Communications Division. I'm Kaylin Cockriel. Thanks so much for joining us.